In March of 2020, Beach Park School District awarded CTS Group, a Vergy company, a $25.6 million guaranteed energy savings performance contract. This project will provide comprehensive, modern infrastructure and energy savings improvements and repairs across the school district, which includes 5 schools. The district was originally planning on building a new elementary school, but this project will allow them to make the necessary changes and bring the school back to life without the financial burden of building a new school. To learn more about this project and the impact it will have on the school district, we spoke with Beach Park School District Superintendent Dr. Duster and CTS Group Account Executive Doug McMahon. Dr. Duster, why did the district choose to use a guaranteed energy savings performance contract as the procurement vehicle for infrastructure upgrades?
Our district, over the past probably 15 years, they had passed a referendum and built a new school, and they have not done a lot of work on their other schools that we have. So we have 5 total schools. And we took a look and we threw a lot of options around. We had a lot of discussions. And throughout those discussions, one item was to build a brand new school. So that sounded fine at first, but then we realized, well, if we do that, we have 3 other schools that we have to address. So in the past, I looked at different ESCO types of companies, had discussions with them, and I was very interested in their approach on what they could do and also save us money in the end, which is really important so that we can show a guaranteed rate of return on energy in the future for our community. We know that's important in Illinois, especially in Lake County, where I am. We're north of Chicago, and it's very expensive there. The taxes are high. So whatever we can do to assist, we would do that. We're looking forward. We know this is a positive thing, and it's really putting a whole facelift and updating everything at a very reasonable price with potential savings in the future.
Can you discuss the age and health of the current buildings in the school district?
So our buildings were built in the early 50s, and they had the galvanized piping there. It didn't have copper piping. We had the old heaters, radiator heaters, for example, that they utilized. The windows in the buildings are outdated for the most part. There's tuck pointing, for example. There's cold and hot air coming through. Air quality isn't the best that it can be. So we're concerned. We have different concerns with that. So in addition, as we move forward, we believe that what is being brought in will help us. And once we're done with this, we will be discussing solar energy in the near future as well. We just want to get this project done. So we're really looking at the energy efficiencies and how it's going to help the overall climate of our school district.
What is the most significant impact that the Guaranteed Energy Savings Performance Contract will have on the school district?
Every fall and every late spring, I get numerous phone calls from parents, and it's because of the heat in the buildings. All of our buildings are brick. It's basically like being in a brick oven. It's terrible. I have my principals going through. We did put some cooling centers in, like our library and gymnasiums in a few of our elementaries, just to cool down for a little bit. But there's no learning taking place. The kids are hot. There's no teaching. It's miserable. So the air conditioning, that's what really sold the referendum for us. And parents wanted that. It's going to help with the air quality, as I said before. But now learning will be taking place during those hot times, and we won't be wasting that. So the benefit, it was a benefit for our children and our staff. The benefit for the school district will be an increase, or we hope will be an increase in our achievement scores.
Doug McMahon from CTS Group also joins us today. Doug, what is the scope of work on this project?
I think some of the biggest impact things, lighting. We're changing all the lighting to LED, which is a huge improvement. Obviously energy savings, but also learning environment. We are, as Dr. Duster pointed out, we are air conditioning all the schools. Even the gym at the middle school that did not have it will now have air conditioning. There's a lot of, the domestic water lines being replaced. We're doing, my gosh, I think about a dozen bathroom renovations. So those will be ADA compliant by today's standards, where before some of those weren't, because they were built so long ago. That's kind of the highlights. I mean, there's a lot of little things that are going on throughout this, but those are the big impact ones.
After the referendum was passed, the project's next phase was scheduled to begin once school was out in June. In the state of Illinois, Governor Pritzker issued shelter-in-place guidance on March 20th. All K-12 schools were ordered to close until the end of the year. When shelter-in-place was enacted, how did that impact the timeline of the project?
Because schools obviously shutting down allows us to get started much earlier. I mean, the challenge with schools is you have a drop dead date of being completed. I mean, schools it has to start. And this was a lot of work to do in that normal summer time frame. And although the district did actually extend their summer to help us, it was still tough. And this really put us in a position to make that much more comfortable and be able to reach that conclusion easier.